good evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Vecna, Eve of Ruin, right here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael. I'm so glad that you were able to join us tonight, along with my wonderful players who are here. Absent one for just a moment. We're hoping that David is going to be joining us very shortly. So, but in the meantime, we do have a few announcements to make. I want to thank all of our sponsors. I want to thank Cardboard Castle Games and Little Dragon Corp for all their support. You can type in !Little Dragon or !CCG into the Twitch chat to get quick links to all their storefronts where you can purchase awesome RPG related gear and merchandise. And don't forget to use that coupon code BONUS at checkout at Little Dragon Corp. I just saw a bunch of people jumping into chat to help out with the community challenge already, folks. There's people that really, really like you. I thought I saw a Volpirate 4 jumping in. Hey, Volpirate, it's good to see you. Contributed 2,000 Probo points to the community challenge. It's already 25% complete. You guys, we have a special community challenge. Oh, Matt Black, dogs for life. There's 2,000 more. Oh, man.
60% away there.
That's great. Well done, chat. Basically, the reward tonight for reaching 10,000 Probo points is the party gets to double a single treasure they discover. And the way that's going to work is if you guys meet the community challenge, when you earn a treasure, now this is the thing though, you got to be careful. It has to happen during this session tonight. So you got to decide when is the right time to use this. And the way it works is like if you find like a locket that's worth 10 gold, that locket then becomes worth 20 gold. Okay? For a single item. If you find a potion of healing, you can say, I want to double that, and you get 2 potions of healing. If you find a hat of disguise, you could double that and have 2 hats of disguise. It can only be 1 item. Gold lump sums, if it's something that's worth so much gold or whatever, that gold doubles. So that's how that works.
You find a deck of many things, it becomes
2 decks of many things.
Throw that one away.
It's kind of funny. I was watching another stream. They were doing Vecna as well over on 20 Sides Every Story. And somehow one of their players had a deck of many things and ended up pulling it. And it was disastrous. Like pure and utter chaos. It's like derailed the whole game already. So I'm excited to see how they handle it. I also wanted to mention too, above us, we have all of our counts for those people who are spending Probo points to help the characters during the games. So if you guys look above on our Twitch screen, you'll be able to see how many proficiency bonus numbers they have, inspirations of each type of die. My DM rerolls, which is looking nice at number 4 right now. I'm liking that. Player rerolls sits at 1 right now. So if you've got some Probo points and want to help our players out, go ahead and spend those on some of those cool things, and we'll update them as quickly as we can whenever we're going through. Sometimes it takes me a moment to catch those as they're coming through on Twitch. So thank you guys all that you give to support us and support our players here in this adventure. So, there's a player reroll redeemed already. Look at that. Beyond is helping you guys out. So I think
Beyond.
Yes, I love you.
So if I did this correctly, it should change to 2 now. Oh, it did it. It worked. Excellent. I did something right. Tech-wise. Here's another one. Matt Black.
Yep.
Gifted player reroll. I advertised them and now they're getting them. Look at this. Ugh.
I love you.
What have I done? What have I done?
I was about to say, I love you, Matt Black.
I will take it. I will gladly take it. Thank you. Good sir. I will take it.
We're fighting now.
Adam, you better hide. You're in trouble.
I know where you live.
Oh no.
Well, I did, before we go go live or go live with the game, I wanted to make sure that I mentioned to everybody that we will not have a stream next week. Next week is our Monday off. So we'll be off next week. We'll be skipping Monday. So we'll be back in 2 weeks after tonight. And I do have a brand new announcement that I wanted to make tonight. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. We appreciate that. Our announcement is that starting on Friday, August 2nd at 7 p.m., a new stream will be starting here on Proficiency Bonus. We are going to be running through Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk, and we're getting most of the Friday night crew back together from the original Storm King's Thunder campaign that went for 5.5, almost 6 years. So it's going to be really, really cool to get to start that back up. So make sure you put that on your calendar. Friday, August 2nd, 7 p.m. For Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk. It'll be a lot of fun. So I got to ask you guys, are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
So since the last time we saw our party, it's been about a year in and around Neverwinter. Tales and stories about the events that have taken place during your initial foray into the catacombs below Neverwinter. Confronting a cult of Vecna and arresting and capturing the leader and taking and turning him in to Lord Neverember. Since that time, much time has passed, and many other adventures had taken place. Now we pick up, and I'm going to let our viewers know that all of our party members are now level 10. So they made the jump from level 3 to level 10 as they dive into this part of the adventure. Everyone besides Michael sounds low. Okay. I will do my best to try to balance that out as we play. I didn't change any of my volume settings from last week, so that is really weird. If you're talking, you're muted there, Matthew. I see you pointing at me.
Really, I was unmuted, and then I muted myself to start talking.
Yeah, one time you do remember you're not muted.
What I was going to say is it may be Discord, because I made the same comment to Hazel before we went live, that she sounded a little more distant.
Okay, I'm just going to crank everybody's volumes up a little bit, and hopefully that fixes the problem. Beyond, let me know in chat if anything is, if it's helping any. I've been having a hard time with Discord tonight, and I'm not sure exactly why. So I'm just going to crank everybody up and see if that fixes the problem. So thanks for letting me know.
And we definitely appreciate it, Beyond.
It just seems like every time I fire up this computer in these apps, it's all different, and I don't change a thing. I have no idea. Yep. All right. So we pick up with the group now. You guys have all been summoned to the home of Lord Neverember. And he summoned you with haste. You guys are approaching what is considered his modest villa here in Neverwinter. Several local guards are present, and they're expecting you. So as you all arrive, you guys are welcomed by a few guards and escorted into the villa, where you are brought in between his audience chamber, and you can see that there are, looks like several guards around and inside the villa as well, but you notice that there are 3 what seems to be priests. And you guys kind of recognize some of their, I guess some of their robes and symbols and things on that they're wearing, their holy symbols. They're priests of Ogma, the god of knowledge. And your initial reaction whenever you walk in and see the priests is most of the priests have kind of concern and quizzical looks on their faces. Lord Neverember seems to be like milling about, and it seems like they're all discussing some politics as you guys kind of arrive. And one of the guards kind of, Lord, the group you've requested has arrived. And he turns and kind of pushes away from the piece. Hey, thank you so much for the subscription. Sandbagger3, welcome. It's good to see you. And as he sees you, his face kind of lights up and he smiles a little bit. And Lord Neverember is a pretty tall, broad-shouldered fellow, strikingly good-looking for a man of middle age. He has these angular features, a mane of silver flecked like pumpkin brown hair, and deep set but shining dark eyes as he looks upon you. He's wearing kind of like, he definitely looks like a lord, but he's wearing a little bit of casual robes, kind of like one of those like half capes that kind of drape over the side of one arm as he's standing there. And he starts walking over after he smiles towards you and he welcomes you. Oh, my friends, greetings. It's been a little time since last we spoke, but it's good to see you. I'm glad that you got my request and my summons.
It is a pleasure to see you again, my lord. What need have you of us?
Well, I'm glad you asked. And he starts walking over, and you see there's a kind of a table set up with a few, I guess it would be, what do you call, gosh, it's like a large kind of silver bowl that has ice in it where you put like wine bottles in. I've lost
like a
it.
Champagne bucket.
Yeah, like a champagne bucket, similar to that. Yeah, and he kind of pulls out this bottle of wine from it looks like a fine elven wine or something. He starts popping the top of this wine bottle and starts to pour himself a glass of what looks like some kind of red wine. Well, I'm glad that you guys made it here with haste. Would any of you like to join me? As he's pointing towards the wine.
No, I'm good.
Is it elven, my lord?
Oh, of course.
Oh, with your blessing, please.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And he starts pouring a second glass. Anyone else?
Hazel goes forward and just waits behind Orkan for her glass. Like she's like forming a line, like she thinks that's what she's supposed to do.
Got it. He kind of looks over the shoulder of Orca and then like slides another glass over and starts to pour another glass. You, Forrest?
Maybe just one.
That's what they all say. He pours another glass and hands all these glasses out to you, and you see he kind of takes his and starts to drink a little bit. Just a little bit of something to take the edge off, you know. But I'll cut right to the chase. I dare say some troubling events have occurred. And there's some concerning things around Neverwinter that are afoot. And I needed somebody I could really trust. And I've heard of some of your exploits recently in and around Neverwinter, and I must say, each one seems to just, I don't know, it's just astounding to me. There were a few that I've heard and some millings about, but what have all of you been up to these last several months? And he kind of throws the question back on the party.
Thus, Orkan very pointedly sort of turns away and is pulling the mask up and is
Hazel
back
blocks
most of the
for
way to
him.
everyone.
Hazel blocks whenever he wants a drink. She like stands in front of him.
And you get, the party would definitely get the feeling that Orkan's like turning away, letting somebody else, do something. Pretend I'm not here.
Mm-hmm.
You all will just looking at each other.
It's like, I don't know what to say first.
I mean, I know you've been up to things. I've heard many stories. I just want to I hear lots of stories. There's a lot of adventuring groups around Neverwinter. It's the jewel of the North. Who wouldn't want to call this place home?
Not so
Well,
much
I'm
what
sure.
we've done, but where to start. Go ahead, Forrest.
I'm sure some of these stories are with their usual exaggerated flair. I don't know if it's been that
I heard of the felling of a dragon out in the outskirts of Neverwinter. Did any of you have anything to do with that?
Got a poor helpless dragon?
It wasn't helpless. It was pillaging villages in the outskirts of town.
Did the villages take something from the dragon? To make it mad?
Not that I'm aware.
I want to know who did this too. I need to have a conversation with them.
My lord, perhaps we can start with something a little easier for my friends. They seem to be a little uptight at the moment. I can speak for myself and Hazel that at one point we heard rumors of a vicious fey being running rampant through various taverns, annoying people. The two of us took it upon ourselves to go and deal with the little monstrosity. And I am happy to say we have not heard any rumors since.
That's very good. Impressive.
I do recall that that dragon. I wasn't there when they took it down, but I did. I came through and helped the injured where I could in the various towns.
A true heart. I love it.
I took some time at some of the outskirts of Neverember to get back in touch with some of my roots. Horseback riding, that's what my farm does.
Oh,
Gotten
horses.
Really good with
Yes.
some of that.
Well, that's so nice. So then it wasn't you that took out the dragon.
No, it was not me.
Well, no matter.
I would have probably befriended it.
Well, that would have been good too.
I pat Selena's shoulder like, yes, I agree, without saying anything.
Maybe then you could have
Hazel's clearly
convinced them to
upset.
stop, pillaging innocent villages outside of Neverwinter.
Yeah.
These dragons, they just get so greedy sometimes. Well, anyway, and you see him he polishes off that glass of wine already that he had, and he starts like pouring himself a second glass. Anyone else want another? Forrest?
I'm quite all right for now.
Oh. We'll see in another few minutes.
Hazel's almost done with hers, but now she's mad that he's pleased that someone killed a dragon, so she doesn't want anything from him either. She stays quiet.
Well, so I must tell you all that the reason that I summoned you here is because 4 prominent citizens of Neverwinter have been kidnapped. This has happened in the past several days. This happens from time to time, where someone gets kidnapped and then we do a little investigation, but this seems a little different. For these...
no ransom demand?
Oh, say again, please.
Has there been no ransom demanded?
That's the strange part. There has been no communication whatsoever with whomever this is that is up to this.
What are
What's
their
even...
names?
Oh, yes, their names. The first that went missing, his name was Eldon Keyword. He is a highly knowledgeable scholar who specializes in the outer planes. The second, Indrina Lamsensettle, is an actress who moves upon the highest social circles here within Neverwinter. The third, named Sarcel Malinosh, is a human wild magic sorcerer who plumbs the mysteries of the outer planes. And lastly, just most recently, Umberto Noblin, a elderly gnome historian who's written books on various deities.
And the two that seem to specialize in the outer planes, are there any specific planes that they specialize in?
You see, that's knowledge I don't have that. I don't know. But that seems to be the only connection between these individuals. None of these victims know each other. And that's the outer plane, the two with the outer planes is the only connection I can make. And it's not even that specific of one, you know?
I know one of those names.
Oh, which one?
Marcel. The human wild magic sorcerer. I met with her for just like 2 weeks, trying to learn from her on my way to learning more how to protect my farm and the fae that live near it. We definitely...
I'm sorry,
Didn't
the
connect.
Fae?
There were fae that live just in the forest. It was just a small group. Nothing big like what I think you and Hazel ever met. But I don't know the other names.
Are you sure they all didn't just go to a party and get drunk?
Oh, Hazel, I really wish that was the case. Unfortunately, I don't think that's what happened. I did get confirmation that each victim was kidnapped at night. Not sure how much that helps. I funded these divinations from the House of Knowledge, hoping to find out a little bit more about the victims and where they were located. The priests have all reported that the mystical trail of the victims ends at a specific location, the Hallix Mausoleum in Neverdeath Graveyard. The priests, they told me with their experience and knowledge that their inability to see inside this mausoleum must mean that some unknown opponent is somehow blocking these divinations from breaking through. You all look befuddled. Yes. To be honest, you're the only ones I trust with something like this.
Thank you.
Well, that does at least give us a place to start.
Orkan is still thinking, I'm not sure what sort of role that I would need to make for this. Orkan's trying to figure out right now, where do the gods reside? Because Organ's now starting to think, okay, we got a guy who's a historian on gods. We got a couple people in the outer planes. Do the people that we worship as deities, are they residents of these outer planes? Trying to find other links to...
I think the outer planes are different than the upper planes. Whereas like the upper and lower are like the heavens and the hells.
Right, but then you have things like and now mind you, this is coming from the player, and I'm assuming Orkan would know some of this. You have outer planes like Arborea, which is typically where Corlon is supposedly said to reside. head of the Celadrin. Celadrin, however the heck you say that. Which is the Elven Pantheon of Gods.
Yeah, I don't. So would there be anything that would within Orcon's not like with background and knowledge seeking, like would there be anything that would lead Orcon to know any of this information that you think?
Well, Orcon is familiar with some other planes,
Mm-hmm.
specifically elemental planes,
Okay.
but outer planes not so much, which is where his mindset is coming into going, okay, well, I know there are other planes. Now, I talked to a guy from one of them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe these outer planes that the Lord's referring to, maybe that's where the gods live. Maybe these guys are looking for something about an old god, trying to find a god's buried treasure. So they need to know more about where the god lives, and they picked up a couple of people who know more about the outer planes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I would probably just it would probably just be that for Orcon. You wouldn't even have to make a roll.
Okay.
I mean, it would probably just like level off it there, like just the thought of that. I don't know if you guys would even have enough of that kind of knowledge to be able to like navigate that right at this moment. But yeah,
Fair
you
enough.
could totally make
not when
that.
it's still this vague.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good
all
point.
spinning through Orcon's head, and he basically
Yeah.
he'll bring that up with the party separate from when they're
Separate
away
from this
the Lord.
conversation. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I don't mind checking out this mausoleum. Does anyone else have any particular concerns about walking in a graveyard?
I don't. Just gotta watch out for
no.
holes.
And quite honestly, if the outer planes are connected in some way, I need to go check it out.
Well,
I'm
we
not
all
quite sure what
apparently
the
need
outer
to check
planes
that.
are, but it will keep people safer.
Let's go find Selena's friend. Let's go.
I don't. Like I said, I didn't spend more than a week or two with her, but it wasn't the easiest conversation. But something just doesn't sit right. So I would like to go find her, Hazel.
Then let's go.
Oh, this is great. Great. Lord Neverember says, I also want to let you know, because I trust you so much and because I value each and every one of you and what you've been able to do here in and around the city over the last year or so. I promise each of you a fine house here in Neverwinter. If you can help me to recover these 4 individuals and bring their kidnappers to justice.
Very generous of you, sir.
Very appreciated.
Yes, my lord, it is most kind.
I mean,
Will the homes allow room for growth if we wish to have a family someday?
of course. Absolutely. Of course, I can't offer you mansions, but
Of course.
it's not going to be some ramshackle shack. Very nice estates.
Well, then it seems that we have a task set before us.
Hazel just shrugs. She's just kind of standing there, like, uncomfortable from start to finish now and just ready to leave. She's probably, like, backing up slowly.
Lord Neverember.
Still in your hand.
Yeah. Lord Neverember pours himself a third glass, and there's probably just enough for maybe a half a glass at the bottom of this bottle of wine that he's got open. And he kind of looks at Forrest, then looks down at the bottle, and then looks at Forrest, and he's like, "Here you go. One for the
Fine.
road." I knew you'd appreciate it.
I just take the bottle.
That's it. Yeah, he just hands it to you. All right.
Can I
so
pocket this goblet? Can I keep this goblet without him noticing?
go ahead and make a stealth check, or let's do sleight of hand. Let's do sleight of hand. Sleight of hand makes more sense.
All right, we're gonna see how long it takes for everything to roll sleight of hand for me, with my computer being a pain right now.
I don't want to steal anything, but this is it's terrible.
It's attempting to roll. We'll see how long it takes.
Okay.
Can I give her advantage by walking up and like shaking
She-
his hand and
Can I try distraction?
Well, that's what he was just trying to do. I guess I would give you that, but it's still nothing's coming up on my end. Did it roll? A 2?
I saw it in D&D Beyond.
Oh, it's in D&D Beyond, but it's not going to roll 20. Oh, there it comes.
There it goes.
Oh.
Oh
it's not
no.
one even.
You go to try to tuck it away, and it slips out of your hand, and it falls and shatters on the floor.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
And
oh
Hazel's
my!
gone.
Oh, it's really
Hazel's
okay.
gone.
It really
Hazel's
is.
gone. She's
We'll
gone.
get it cleaned up. I promise. And she's
I
just
can
gone.
take it and try to fix it.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. It's just a fancy glass. It's okay. I've got more right over here.
That's a relief. That it's not prized heirloom.
No, not at all.
Before we leave, sir, do you have pictures of who we're looking for? Or a map? We should be able to navigate okay, but pictures would be nice.
Oh yeah. I don't have any pictures, but I can get you to the Neverdeath graveyard. Basically what and I would say this, you guys have probably been by the Neverdeath graveyard. You probably don't dabble into it too much because the place is crawling with skeletons and zombies at different times. Which, at this point in your adventuring careers, skeletons and zombies aren't that big of a deal. They're kind of like, you flick them with a finger and they fall apart. Based off of your power level at this point.
Tony, go back to bed, man.
That's right. Basically, the Neverdeath graveyard contains 2 sprawling connected cemeteries. Okay, there's a main graveyard, which is usually like where kind of richer, more prominent families are buried, and then you've got this thick stone wall that separates the crypts from the wealthy from the poor. And you've got this more like pauper's graveyard that's more for, you know, your poor individuals, your lower class families. The main graveyard holds several mausoleums, some with expansive underground chambers. And the pauper's graveyard features numerous just simple headstones, but a few civic-minded citizens funded communal catacombs when the graveyard was first built. So that's kind of the general information. You guys really already know where it is, but he would give you kind of like an extra directions as well on how to get there.
Shall we make our way there then? And go try to find Hazel?
As long as we've got all our gear in order. And Sherry can try and find Hazel.
I'm sure
Yeah,
she didn't go
it's
too
awesome.
far.
Hazel's outside the room, facing a corner because she thinks she's in timeout.
It's okay, Hazel. We tried. We'll find you something shinier and better. I try and like origami a piece of paper into a goblet. This'll do for now.
Make a performance check, Selena.
Okay.
Let's see how good this origami turns out. Okay, yeah, you know a little bit about origami.
Just enough.
Yep.
Got some scribbles on it.
Hazel's totally distracted now and is like happily like skipping as we leave with this little paper goblet.
All right.
Now, I'm going to toss a quick question to Hazel as we're walking out. Hazel, because you know the story behind that fey creature that we busted up in the tavern. Would you have shared that with anyone else in the party?
Nope. Not at all.
All right. So you guys make your way through the city streets on your way to Neverdeath Graveyard. The travel there doesn't take you too long. And you do notice that as you're going through the graveyard, there are wandering zombies and skeletons. But like I said, for a party at your level, it doesn't pose much of a threat. A simple Eldritch Blast from Oricon sends 2 skeletons into just skeletal dust, while anything that tries to kind of approach you are easily cut down by the weapons from the rest of the group. Kind of just brush them aside, making your way towards Hallix Mausoleum. As you approach the location that you were given, there's the towering stone mausoleums and Neverdeath Graveyard cluster near the wall, separating the main graveyard from the Pauper's Graveyard to the west. Hallix Mausoleum is a squat, unassuming granite block in the shadow of larger monuments to the west and south. Its metal double door bears a rusty broken chain and a padlock that hangs off the door.
Is it actually locked?
It's hanging there, so I think it's an open lock that's just
Open.
kind of hanging on it. Yeah.
It's just like hanging on the one hook.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's never a good sign.
Yeah, it certainly looks like someone's been here.
It was just somebody who didn't. Oh wait, no, we know people are supposed to be here. I was gonna say, what if somebody just couldn't afford a burial?
Sure, on the other side they could work out like a bartering system on the other side of the wall.
Well, I'm okay with going in first if nobody else wants to, and Hazel will take the padlock off of the door.
Okay. Yeah, it easily just falls right off.
In the
You take it
dark.
off.
No, Hazel doesn't care about that. She pockets the padlock.
Okay.
Orcon's gonna try to pull Hazel back a little bit. You can have the shinies, but why don't you let the person who can see go first?
See all the cool shinies before I can.
I start walking in while they're arguing.
Forrest, immediately upon walking in, you notice that for a door that is kind of like rusted and old, this thing opens very quietly as you open it. And I'm going to take you guys over to another map. See if I can grab you all and just dump you on here. Voila. Okay. I'm going to shift ping you
Can I
all.
still hear them arguing behind me?
Oh, of course. Yes.
Oh.
You're not
Making
far
sure
away
it's
from
not
me.
like a zone of silence or something.
Oh, no, you can still, yeah, you can hear them. Yeah. So, do you guys all see what I pinged you on? Are you guys able to see that map?
Yep.
My token is in black space, so I'm gonna try and refresh.
I'm in a void.
Because
Yeah, I'm
it
in a black
is very dark in here.
Oh, then you probably need to update my thing to have 120 feet of dark vision.
Oh, you have a dark vision? Okay, you got it. Will do.
What did you do?
120 feet. And save. Now can you
We're
see?
gonna talk about this when I get home tomorrow.
I'll go ahead and
I
save
see what
that.
he's doing there. As you're working on that, Mr. DM, can I see what I can see?
Yeah, you would be able to see what you can see. I'm gonna go ahead and put our
And I would
Twitch
like
friends
to
on the
light a
map.
torch.
As Forrest is walking in, Orkan would be turning towards him, and seeing what he could see is going to like grab his shoulders as he's apparently not paying attention, and start pulling him back. As would Forrest have told Orkan over the last X amount of time that you can now see in darkness?
I feel like if we went on any adventure together at some point, it would have become fairly obvious I can see in the darkness that you regularly cast.
Fair enough. So, actually, knowing that, Orkan's not going to stop me. He's going to let him walk right into it.
And Orkan, you do see Selena starting to pull out a torch.
Okay. As
Okay.
I'm going to just sort of look over at Selena. Selena, dear, this...
Don't light that just yet.
And leans down a little closer as Forrest is getting further away. Forrest is walking into a storm of something, and light may just attract its attention, but you and Hazel will need it to see. So it's probably a good idea.
Before you guys get too far in that, Forrest and Orkan, what you can see is there are, against the walls in this place, there are 6 stone coffins, 3 on each side. The stone slab is engraved with a name, birth year, and death year on each coffin. These are members of the Hallix family that all died 40 years ago.
All of them at the same time.
Yes. And you guys wouldn't need to make a check to probably know this. You put 2 and 2 together, it's about the same time that the volcano erupted and destroyed a lot of Neverwinter. So you believe that this whole family was consumed by that eruption of Mount Hope now.
Had a momentary panic there for a second. That's not what I was referring to.
Hazel is trying to grab wherever Orkan went to not trip.
And as Orkan sees that, he's going to reach out and just grab hold of her forearm. I'm right here. Selena's getting a torch set up.
I'll reach for Selena's back of her cloak just so she has like a place of origin in the darkness.
Okay. And Selena, you're going to go ahead and light that torch then?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I'm going to go ahead and
can I
add
watch
that.
her for when she's starting to light that and cast a spell right as she lights it?
What spell are you casting?
Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Down the hall?
Yeah, to right here.
Sure. I'm gonna put low light as that happens. I'm gonna put some light from a torch, and go ahead and roll your Eldritch Blast. Then we'll be rolling some initiative.
That's what Orkan saw when people were walking in.
Here, let me clear all turns here first.
So,
So we're set.
as I'm looking at this thing, does it look like it knows I'm here?
Does not appear to know that you are, well, if the torch is going off at the exact same time, I would say it would start turning its direction towards the torch, so I would say yes.
Okay, so it's not surprised I don't have advantage on it.
Right. You wouldn't have advantage on this one.
Okay.
It doesn't
Last time
matter.
tells me 23.
Yeah, 23. Now, this is strange because you can only see, part of this creature because of the way these stairs descend downwards into this other room that they're in. So you're kind of aiming it as like it's like hip is really like the only like good shot that you can get. But you fire down and you drill him with this blast of energy. You still do the thunder crack whenever this happens?
Yep.
Okay, so
Only
there's
on
a
the
crack.
first blast, right?
So it's first. Oh, that's right, because it does. I'm at 10th level, so it does 2 beams now. I forgot about
Oh yeah,
that.
so you can fire a second one if you'd like.
Yeah.
That's gonna hit too as another one makes its impact away.
13 to the first,
Okay.
and it's pushed back 10 feet. 14 for the second, and it's pushed back 10 feet.
13 and 14?
Yep. 13 and 14.
That's what, 27?
27 in total. Yeah, 23 force and 4 thunder.
And it's blasted back, and just blasted back into the depths and the corners of the room here as you impact it with these 2 Eldritch Blasts. Now what I need everybody to do is click on their token and click that initiative button while I change the music and click the initiative button for myself.
Oh, I'm off to a good start.
Oh, and Dogs for Life with a nat 20.
Oh, man.
I don't know, I said Dogs for Life. I meant to say Selena.
It's okay. It's me. I'll answer to it.
Oh, we got a 1 and then a
you can
20,
vote
like
for what?
immediately.
If you haven't done it yet, you can check out, I just put the link in chat. It's !dogs, the numeral 4, and then life. We'll give you a link to Probo Artist Shannon's link tree. Check out her stuff. We were just
Yeah.
admiring a bear sticker a little earlier. Very cool. Check the stuff out.
Mhm.
Thank you. Commissions are open if you want me to do your pets.
There you go.
There you go.
Perfect.
Got a pupper? Get a pupper picture.
So, Selena, guess what? You are first to go. What would you like to do? Now you got a torch in one hand.
I got my sword in the other, but on my
Alright.
hip I've got a bunch of other stuff that I acquired in our almost year-long adventure.
Mhm.
I'm gonna move closer
Okay.
by 20 feet, just to the top of the stairs.
Okay,
And
yeah.
then I'm gonna take aim at right 5.
White 5. What are you taking aim with?
My light crossbow.
I think your light crossbow requires 2 hands. So,
I thought
You
because
could-
Battlemaster.
what's Battlemaster do?
Hold on. Ugh. I thought it gave me the ability to. Shoot. I might have misread that. Yeah, I thought I had the ability to use it as one-handed, but
I think you need a hand crossbow specific for that.
that would
Yeah.
make more sense.
If you had a
Not
hand crossbow, you could totally do it. But I think a light crossbow still, you still have to fire 2 hands. What you can do is you can like drop the torch at your feet and
Okay.
fire.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Okay. So you get ready and get yourself prepped to go ahead and fire down at which white number 5 you said you were going for?
Yes, please.
All right, go for it.
Oh, if I clicked on the right one. Sweet.
16. 16. So yeah, you meet your mark with your crossbows. You drop the torch, pull it up and fire. One of the bolts hits it right in the chest.
11 piercing.
11 piercing damage. Okay. Strikes the creature for 11 damage. Got it.
And then
Kind of shifts back a little bit and glares in your direction.
Can I pick the torch back up? Or is it just kind of toast?
I would say like right now you have to do it on your next turn. Right now it's just kind of like chilling there because you did your movement and that was your action. All you have left is like a bonus action now.
Okay.
But you still have 2 attacks in a round, not just 1.
You can take another shot.
I will take another shot. Thank you.
She gets another shot!
Disadvantage to leveling up. Quickly between sessions.
Oh, actually,
Hasn't fully sunk in yet.
Actually, I don't think yeah, I don't think she can because it has the loading property.
Yeah, I think you can
because
use
of
your
the
second
time
attack to
loading.
reload it, actually.
Yeah, you could reload it with your second attack. It has the loading because of the time required to load this weapon. You can fire only 1 piece of ammunition from it when you use an action, bonus action, or reaction to fire it, regardless of the number of attacks you can normally make.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will end my turn there.
Okay. Perfect.
So ignore the last roll.
Are you going to use that second action to reload your crossbow? Did you want to do that?
Yes.
Okay. So you're able to kind of reload it and get it ready. So white number 4 is going to start charging up the stairs towards Selena. It's a movement of 30 feet. And can get right up next to Selena. And for some reason its token actions aren't working. Is going to make 2 longsword attacks against you. Using them one-handed. So it goes to strike. I don't think a 12 is going to hit you.
16 is my armor class.
Okay, your armor class is 16. So that misses wildly. Second shot coming in, a 17. That's going to hit. And it deals 8 slashing damage to you as it strikes you with its blade.
I'm going to cast Prevent Wounds as a cantrip. And it's a reaction spell.
Okay.
Which means it reduces it by 3 plus my spellcasting modifier since we're past level 5. So 7 damage not happening to you.
So you take 1 point of damage. As Hazel is quickly able to. What does that look like when you do that?
It's a literal flick, like a get out of here, and from her fingertips is just like floating waves that kind of looks like Aurora Borealis that just kind of like covers Selena really quick and just stops the blade from getting all the way through.
Fantastic. Love it.
Thank
Bringing
you,
us
Hazel.
to Orcon. What would you like to do, Orcon?
Okay, so Orcon's going to move over right behind Selena and looking down for and this is the individual I hit before, right? Way down here in the corner?
Way down in the corner, yeah, that's him.
Okay. So we are going to rinse and repeat and take 2 more shots at our friend down there.
Poor guy, it's just living his life.
I don't know what it's supposed to look like, but I don't like that it's still.
Ooh, that's a natural 1. That's definitely going to be better. The natural 1 just misses and takes a chunk out of the wall behind him.
Okay, so that is 10 points of force damage and 4 points of thunder damage.
Okay. Now, does the thunder damage automatically count on the second one if it misses the first, or?
It's first hit.
Okay, got it. Okay.
I think let me reread that, make sure.
It should be first hit. Most abilities like that are.
First hit, yeah.
I'll check right afterwards.
Sense.
And then as a bonus action, because I can, I need a strength saving throw from white number 4 right in front of Selena here.
Strength
save.
save.
I'm going to try to shove him.
That's a 10.
And that's going to fail Using my. Let me see. Oh, I can't paste it in there. Basically, as a bonus action, because of my telekinetic feat, I can push him, and the DC is 8 plus my proficiency bonus plus my spellcasting modifier.
Okay.
That is a. What is that? 8, 4, 12. So that's a 17. So yeah, he fails and he gets knocked back 30 feet.
Knocked back, yep. 30 feet. Gosh. But so you basically
it says
like
you shove them 5 feet, but they have to be within 30
oh,
feet.
you can see 30 feet. Yeah, it's just 5 feet shove. Yeah. Creature you can see within 30 feet of you.
Oh,
When you
thank
do
I don't
so,
have
yeah,
my glasses.
move 5 feet. Oh yeah, you can actually pull them towards you too. Like it says 5 feet toward you or away from you. That's
yeah,
cool.
I'm shoving away.
So
Definitely not
as
breathing room.
yeah, as this white is just trying to just just slaughter Selena with this sword, you just shove the creature back down the steps and it stumbles down these stairs a couple of times. Excellent. Orcon, that's the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right. So white number 2 is going to get to go next, and that's the one that's not looking too good down here at the bottom. It's going to start charging its way back up. Can only get to the bottom of the steps. Let's see if he can do anything about this. Oh, he can. He pulls out a longbow. And he's going to fire it at Orcon. Because he doesn't like Orcon one bit.
I don't know why. I haven't done nothing to him.
That's a natural 1. He whiffs completely. I would say, like, he pulls back the arrow, and before he even releases it, he's just thinking about how frustrated he is of your presence, and the arrow does one of those things where it goes completely sideways and just sticks right into the wall. That was awful. White number 5 gets to go. 10, 15, squeezes by his companions just to get right here and is close enough to make a strike towards Selena. 1, 2. Oh, wait a minute. That creature could have taken a second longbow attack, so it's going to make a second one. A 7 is going to miss you anyway. Okay, so going to make a single longsword attack against Selena. 14 is going to miss. As it goes to strike, Selena quickly ducks out of the way. But then it's going to use ability called Life Drain on Selena. That is a 23. So, oh no.
I'm going to use my reaction to cast Silvery
begun.
Barbs.
Silvery barbs. You're bringing it into this game. All right. So that's a complete reroll, huh?
Yep.
Life drain again. A 7. So what does silvery barbs look like from Orcon as this is going to take place? The creature's getting ready to claw down upon Selena.
And Orcon just sort of holds his hands up and almost like you would expect someone using like prestidigitation or a little magical effect, is just looks like a small storm cloud starts to appear in his hands, and small little almost static bolts of lightning triggering from beneath it.
Nice.
Just enough to distract the creature.
It was the distraction
then-
was successful.
Looking at over at Selena, who was his intended target, Orcon just sort of releases that energy, and it seems to all funnel into Selena.
Nice.
And Selena, you have advantage on your next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw you make within the next minute.
Oh, that's cool.
Awesome.
Thank you.
White 3 charges forward and gets to Selena as well, and is going to make
I wanted to be in the battle.
a long sword attack. First, a natural 1. What is going on tonight? Selena just dives back and it cracks against the stairs, and is going to life drain as well. A 21.
Playing in the background.
It claws across you. So,
Can I brace?
what does that do?
Shoot, sorry.
You do
One of
have your
those-
crossbow out at the moment, though.
True.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
a
has-
melee only. You wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to on that one because you have your crossbow.
okay.
Okay. So you take 6 points in necrotic damage, Selena. And you
Okay.
need to make a Constitution saving throw for me. Oh, you succeed. Let me see. Fort maximum is reduced by the amount equal to damage. Reduction lasts. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you save completely from it. It doesn't say you even take half. Great job.
So I don't take any of that necrotic damage.
When you take the damage, you just saved yourself from taking an additional effect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phew. Okay.
Selena takes some damage, but she's still okay. That brings us to Hazel.
Hazel is very unhappy with people going after her friend.
Selena
20,
was
and I
the
can go
Selena
on.
was right up front on the stairs. She was the closest, and they all started charging her.
I also shot at Orcon, so I'm not happy no matter
Yeah.
how this you want to swing this right now.
White number
Um,
2 has it out for Orcon.
Hazel has decided she hates everybody here except for her friends, and as a result is going to cast Shivering Star, which is a 15-foot cloud that I can put out 120 feet ahead of me or not. I'm not going to do that, obviously. I'm going to keep it kind of like behind all these whites on the stairs so that like,
Okay.
the edge of it's getting all of them up front and have it sit in the room behind them. Conditions of this are I can choose who's not affected by this, so obviously none of my friends are going to get affected by this.
Okay.
And what it means is an affected creature's speed is halved in this area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a Constitution saving throw. If it fails, it takes 4d8 cold damage.
Wow.
And on a successful save, it takes half as much. And as a bonus
Okay.
action, I can continue to move it with me for the next 10 minutes as long as I concentrate.
So does it go out from you, or you just cast it and put it in a
place
spot?
it. I put it in a spot.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And it's 15 foot. Is that radius?
It says area, 15-foot area, yeah.
15-foot area. So okay.
Yeah.
3x3.
It's a little circle.
3. Yeah. Like a 3x3
It's a
circle.
cloud.
Okay.
Yeah.
So white 1 down here would be out of it, correct?
If you put it forward a little bit, you should be able to get all of them.
So someone do the math for me. My Roll20 is being crappy on my computer.
No, sorry. Just trying to see.
I want to hit the most of them as much as I can. So
Yeah, I guess technically by this measuring tool, you could get all of them in that. Yeah.
okay, I want all of them.
Okay. You want it all. That's great.
I want it all.
Okay. Does it
So-
say? Remind me again. Do they have to make the saving throw immediately, or does it happen on their turn?
When it enters the area for the first time or starts its turn there. So if,
Starts
I
its
guess
turn.
by summoning
Yeah.
it there. But
It'd be-
like enters for it for the first time. Is it because I placed it there that they have to make the saves and get?
Well,
it just
enters
appears
it for the first time. They would have to physically enter it on their turn. So since it's on them, so as soon as their turn comes, they will have to do that first.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So they're in that, and
Okay.
then Hazel becomes a direwolf. Crouches down next to Selena.
Very nice. A dire wolf.
Hello, friend.
I will see if this will let me drag a dire wolf
Not
in
little.
I would say maybe
here.
take
Yeah,
a
they're
step
massive.
back so that if the white charges into the last space, I can still get in.
I'm gonna
Step
give
back.
you.
We will have been doing this long enough that I can move back to let
I'm gonna change this to Hazel. Get you a nameplate. Everyone.
We'll have
see.
move. If me being right next to Selena blocks Forrest from going forward, I would wait for her to come back to me and come get ready to go with me on her turn. Then I wouldn't block the staircase. I would move back to roughly where it is now, so Forrest can go down the stairs.
Okay. Oh, here's what I gotta do. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get you all set up with this token. Okay, you should have control of that massive puppy there.
Yes, I do.
And you should be able to have access to the character sheet too. In your journal.
Puppy.
So after casting the spell, Hazel grows and fur just starts to like consume her entire morph into her entire body as she goes down on all fours, and you can see this much bigger version of the wolf that she had become before in there in the room.
And I crouch and wait, concentrating on my spell while waiting for Selena to come join me so we can run through this area and cause havoc.
Excellent. All right. White number 1. The only one who didn't get to go.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh yeah, Constitution saving throw. Thanks for the reminder. Con save coming right up. It's a 22.
He saves. So he
Still
takes
takes
half
half.
as much.
You got it.
I'm
Go ahead
gonna
and-
I'm gonna roll this on my physical dice because I think it'll take a year for it to roll on the computer.
Sure. Go for it. Oh, it looks like somebody put a blue circle up here, so it's going to be like kind of like that.
Yeah, you said 15 feet, so I think that's about 15.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just barely clips white number 1 down there.
Yeah.
17 total. So half 17 for him since he succeeded.
Okay.
That would be 8.
13. Or not 13. Well, no, it would be 8. 8 damage. Cold damage.
8 damage to him as my cloud of cold just sits there and
Ugh.
causes problems.
What did it also say? It made it difficult terrain, or is that
It halves their speed.
halves their speed? Terrible. Because he can't even get
I
past
didn't
his
take
friends
summary
because
bar.
they half his speed too. So he can't even
I
get
could've
by his
taken summary
friends.
bar.
He wanted to like squeeze through his buddies, but he can't now because he doesn't have the movement to do so. You've ruined his day, Hazel.
Good. Good.
Ignore that. I hit the wrong button.
Okay, that brings us to Forrest. Actually, you know what? Because you ruined his day, the only person he can really shoot at right now is... Well, Orcon would be a little bit easier to hit because Orcon's on the top of the stairs. It's taller than Selena. So Orcon, you're getting 2 longbow shots.
There is a giant wildebeest behind me.
Behind you. He's going for the target in front.
The wolf is literally
16. Does a
going-
16 hit
The
you?
wolf is literally going, come at me, bro.
Yeah.
16, you take 7 points of piercing damage as the arrow strikes you. And the second one was only a 10.
That's going to miss.
so one strikes true, just catches you in the shoulder while the other one flies up wide. So my question is, as we get to the bottom of the round, before we do Forrest's turn, I wanted to ask this. I was going to put Odd's turn at the very end of the round, but I don't know if you guys want to. I guess we can just decide how to play him collectively until, like, in a combat sequence until he returns. Does that sound fair to all of you?
Sure, that works.
Okay. I don't like playing
I don't
other
know what
people's
he's capable
characters.
of, but-
That's the thing. I don't really know his character that well, so I was probably just going to be casting some
See if I can pull
cantrips.
him up in the campaign.
You
Yeah.
might be able to have access to it because I think it's a public character sheet. So, but why don't
take
you
a look and see.
actually? Why don't you take a look at that, Matthew, while Forrest goes, because it's his turn. Okay.
Oh,
Right.
good point. Well,
Yep.
I'm just gonna charge forward at this white directly in front of me and take an attack at this guy.
Mm-hmm.
$15.
15 does hit.
Alright, so that'll be 10 damage from that.
Okay.
Why don't we go ahead and use a first level spell slot for a Divine Smite?
Divine Smite.
It'll be
Oh,
6, and he's undead, so
he's undead. Yep. Another 8.
14 additional radiant damage.
14 radiant damage.
His is
Check
private.
it.
It's not public. I can't see it.
Oh, I'm probably the only one who can see it then.
Yep.
Okay. Radiant damage. You can tell, Forrest, as you pump this divine smite into your attack, these creatures do not like being hit with that radiant blast of energy. As it stumbles back almost into white number 2, the one that looks like it's basically falling apart back there from all the eldritch blasts that it's taken. But it regains its composure, and it's still in the fight. Do you have more than one attack?
Oh, I sure do.
I was gonna say. Hey, welcome, Tag Fitty. Glad you could make it.
See that guy.
Yeah, that's gonna strike. True.
An additional 13 damage. Let's see.
13 damage from the sword. Now, you do notice one thing, though, Forrest. As you're hitting him with this sword, they don't seem to be taking quite as much damage from your regular sword as you
It's a
as you're
magical
striking
sword.
through. Is it a magical sword?
Yeah. Improved pack to the blade. It counts as a magical +1 weapon.
Got it. I needed to know that. Thank you. All right. So another strike. And this thing is stumbling and trying to regain its ground in front of you, Forrest. It doesn't look like it's in too good of health.
Still standing after that one?
Still standing. Barely, but still standing.
Fading here.
All right, gonna stay there?
Let me check something real quick. If it's just barely standing, yeah, we'll let it stay standing for one round. It'll probably just die to the AoE.
Gotcha. Let me see if I can find Odd's character sheet here, so I can at least see what his cantrips are, because that's probably what we'll
I know he's got a
do.
vicious mockery because he was using it before.
Yes,
And
he
can
does
also
have
do
vicious
mirror
mockery.
image. Or the
Yeah.
multiple.
Yeah, I think he'd hold on to that one for now. For this one, oh, I'm on the
Seems like
wrong.
nobody can get to him right now.
That's like, when did he get Eldritch Blast? And I'm looking at Orcon's character sheet. Like,
That would do it.
Number 3.
oh, there. That's why he changed his name. That's why I couldn't find him. Okay,
He's under number 3 on his name begins with an H.
got it. Hey, thanks for the sub. Oh, Beyond 33 gifted a tier 1 sub to Tag Fitty. Awesome. Thanks, Beyond. Yeah. Oh my
Like,
goodness.
Have some other kind of cantrip.
Yeah, he's got a ton of them. He's just gonna throw a sacred flame at. Oh, he'll probably just do the one right out in front of Forrest. So he's got to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 17, and fails miserably. He's gonna take 2d8 damage. 2 8s. And you see this thing get blasted with radiant energy as radiant flames like consume it, and it turns to ash and it just falls to the floor. That white is gone. And Odd's just gonna
Another one
hide.
bites the dust in the background.
Yeah, that's right. And Odd just dives behind Hazel. And that brings us to the top of the second round with Selena. Selena, these things have charged you relentlessly. What would you like to do?
They are way too close to me to keep using my crossbow, so I'm going to switch to my rapier.
Don't stand so.
And-
Don't stand so close to me. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
No, that's perfect. I am gonna go ahead and attack right 3, which is the one right in front of me. I don't know if that's enough to hit.
Unfortunately, it's not enough.
But
Oh, you had advantage because of the...
Orcon gave me advantage.
Orcon gave you advantage, so 15 does hit.
Yeah. Thank you, Orcon.
Yeah, my pleasure.
So that's done. So 11 piercing damage.
No, I gotta ask you a question. Is there anything that makes your weapon a magical weapon or a magical attack? Does your character have anything that would make it a magical weapon or a magical attack?
I don't think so.
Okay, I didn't think so either, but I just wanted to check because it does matter here. As you slice it with your rapier does, you have a true strike and you just doesn't quite do as much damage as you would hope.
And I'm gonna use my
Mechanically, just so you know, mechanically what that means is this creature has a resistance. That means like you have to have a magical weapon to do full damage to the target. It's only taking half damage from your weapon attacks.
Okay, so it's taking 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
So 5.5. I can't math.
Well, Tag 50 gifted you guys a D12 inspiration. Thanks, Tag 50.
Thank you. I'm going to attack it again because I did not like the fact that it didn't do much.
Oh, go for it.
Helps if I click the right line.
Yes, that's going to strike true once again for a little bit of damage. You're
Making
chipping away
progress.
at it. Yep, you're chipping away at it.
And then I'm gonna move diagonally so I'm in front of Forest.
Okay.
That way,
That would put you into her little spell area, wouldn't it?
She made it to where it doesn't hurt anybody of her.
It doesn't hurt any of my
companions.
friends.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware it was selected
Yep.
creatures. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
she
selected,
can select
so.
the creatures that it damages. Yep.
thank you for the warning. But now Orcon doesn't have to worry about me being in front of him, and Forest, you can still attack that one off to the side. Is
I
that
think
cool,
Orc-
or would
I
you
think-
rather
I-
it
Yeah,
is?
that should be good.
I think Orcon was pretty okay with you being in front of him.
Would you rather me stay there
no,
then?
no, I'm just messing with you guys.
I can make it work.
All right,
Then you
after
have to
Selena,
screenshot.
White number 4 has to make a Constitution saving throw. And fails miserably. It's going to take all of that cold damage.
$14 cold.
14 cold damage. They don't like that. So it's doing whatever it can to get out of this mess. So it has half speed, can just get to like in front of Orcon and beside Forest. And going to make 2 attacks against Orcon. Long swords coming at Orcon first. Natural 1. Orcon dives out of the way from the sword. And then it's going to use its life drain ability. 17? That will strike.
Or it can make that
Yeah.
second attack. I'm going to use the
Uh-oh.
Sentinel feat to make an attack at it.
Go for it, Forrest.
Here.
That
Probably
hits.
hits.
Yes.
15 damage, and we'll use another first level spell slot here.
Oh, as a flash of radiant energy releases from the blade. Forrest strikes true once again.
And an additional 10 radiant damage on top of that.
10, so 23 points of damage. You carve through this. Now, does it stop the second attack from happening, or does the second attack still
If it
happen?
killed it, it would have stopped it, but it still gets to attack.
Still gets to that. Got it. So we'll keep that 17 from the roll. Does the 17 hit? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you take 3 points of necrotic damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. And that.
While he's making that roll, I just got to say, yes, thank you so much, chat, for all your generosity and helping us out with the game and the Probo points and the subscriptions tonight. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, for some reason, my save and throw isn't rolling, so I'm just going to type it in.
Okay.
$16.
That succeeds. So you don't take any additional effects from this scratch from this white as it comes across your flesh. That ends White 4's go. Orcon, you're up after that.
Orcon's looking downwards. He's got this mark from this thing reaching out and clawing at him. I did not like that. I did not like that one bit.
Oh no.
And
I don't like that one bit. Whatever this is, I don't like it.
Sounds like a disease.
I'm not sure a white can make that saving throw either.
I don't know. I don't think so. What are you casting? Some kind of lance?
what
is this?
Oh, I didn't mean to quite. Okay, I guess nope, that happened.
Well, I mean, if you didn't mean to click that, don't worry about it. I mean, you can redo it if you clicked it by accident, but
No, it's one of the two things I was thinking about, so it wants me to use that one.
okay.
So he
And then-
watches Orcon just sort of looking and just getting angrier. And there's a storm such above it. You watch it almost looks like a thunder cloud starts to appear in his hand. And just as he reaches out and throws his arm at this creature, pure psychic energy is being driven right at its head.
Of this one right in front of you?
Yeah, right in front of me. The one who
Oh.
just tried to drain my life.
Intelligence saving throw. They are not very good at these. A 5. So basically, is this
That
psychic
did
energy?
34 psychic damage.
34. This thing's head explodes. And it just gore just goes like flying everywhere, all over Forest, all over Selena. The white behind just covered in this black gore as this thing is just demolished and destroyed.
Hazel, I think this was meant for you. Clean up on aisle 2.
Hazel, because if I remember what Michael and I agreed with, can do this. She goes, "Don't eat it all. I want some." And you guys actually hear her voice come out of the wolf mouth.
And you can see his
Here.
Orcon is sitting there just and then he said, turns back, points at white number 2 and just goes, I'm gonna move
If
out of
if a
Hazel's
white
way.
could show fear, it definitely would be showing fear right now. As you take a step back, white number 2 has to make a Constitution saving throw on the start of its turn because it is freezing as well, and that's a 12. I don't think that's gonna do it.
Nope.
They're trying. They really are.
14
They've hurt
damage.
some of us.
14 damage. So white number 2 starts to point up towards Orcon and immediately starts to freeze in place and turns into this massive ice sculpture of a white and just stops moving completely. That's the end of white 2's
Hazel,
turn.
you realize he was mine.
I'm not sorry. It's a popsicle for later.
The white 3 has to make a saving throw as well. Constitution save. A 20. That will half the
Okay, so they
damage.
take half.
Mhm.
I rolled really well. There was 3 8s in there.
Nice.
Hold on. I can't count. Sorry, my brain froze out of excitement. So it's 24 with the 3 8s and 2, so 26 damage, so 13 damage.
13 damage. Wow. 13 cold damage. As it it's frosted all over and it's trying to crawl up the steps. It crawls out of this space, free from this cloud of icy energy, and attacks at Forest. It's going to make a longsword attack first for 17.
Does not hit.
Not hit. You block it easily with your shield. And now a life drain ability. A natural 20. Oh, you take 5 points of necrotic energy as it grabs you on your shoulder. You can see the wound starting to blacken from the necrotic damage you're taking. And I need you to make a constitution save for me. Oh, you easily brush it off, and you're not taking any additional effects from that. That ends White 3's turn, bringing us to Hazel. Direwolf Hazel.
Direwolf Hazel is displeased that these are still standing. You said White 3 is the one that's frozen, right?
White 3 was like covered in frost, made its way out of the but it's still
its way out.
Yeah,
Okay.
the white 2
the
is
other one- the other
completely
one-
just a frozen sculpture you think is completely out of the fight.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hazel's going to run up to White 3, lumber up in front of Orcon.
Kind of nudge Orcon out of the
feel like
way
I-
as you're coming through.
Yeah,
Shoulder him.
Dog butt.
Sorry,
That's right.
I meant to move him over when I meant to give her enough room to come in.
Okay. It's just my dog butt in your face, it's fine. And I'm gonna
That's real life.
exactly. And I'm just going to bite this thing in front of me because that's what I can do in this form.
Go for it.
Let's see if that works. I hit the button on the character sheet that worked. Only
Unfortunately, it's able to duck out of the way from the bite. So you try to sneak up
Okay.
beside it. It's attacking Forest.
I growl at it and then I just go, get away from my friends in the middle of the growl.
Excellent.
And I'm just like this. That's all she does.
White 1 is
So I'm
still
concentrating
in.
on myself.
White 1 is still in your spell, so it does make a 22 save, so it takes half. What a good place to cast that spell.
Yeah.
That's a
21,
perfect place to cast it. 21, so half damage.
so half damage.
Yep. And it's trying so hard to get out of this. But with half damage, it's not going to quite get out of there with half movement. But it can go ahead and make an attack. It's going to make some attacks against Selena. It's going to just go ahead and take 2 hands on the longsword and just swipe at Selena twice with a longsword attack. The first one is a 22 to hit.
I think that's gonna hit.
It deals 9 slashing damage to you, Selena, as it cuts across you. The second one is going to be a 19 to hit.
Hold on, what was that damage? 9.
9 for the first, and you'll take 11 for the second as it comes down with one strike and then across with the second one. So a total of 20 points of slashing damage, Selena.
Can I parry that last one? I'm getting annoyed that it hit me twice.
Yeah, sure.
When another creature damages you with a melee attack, I can react and expend a dice to reduce the damage by the number I roll plus my dexterity modifier.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll a d10 if it wants to load. So that's
Alright,
a
so you-
4, and then plus 3, so that's 7.
So you reduce the total damage by 7. Mm-hmm. So you're able to parry it a little bit, but you still definitely can feel the effects of the strike hitting you
So that takes off
in the
4.
process. Yeah.
Okay. Better than taking 11.
Just to keep things simple, Odd's going to jump around the corner here, and he's going to cast another... Oh, actually, wait. Let's go with Forest first, then we'll do Odd after Forest. So, Forest, you can go take your turn, and we'll do Odd last.
Which one was it just now? White number 1? That one seemed to be getting a little lucky, so we're going to try to kill that one first, I think.
Yes, that is going to succeed.
And hit that guy for 14 damage.
White number 1, you said? That was the guy down below a little bit? Yeah.
Yeah.
14 damage. You strike through, carving through him, and he looks pretty badly hurt, but he's still in the fight.
I think we'll use one more Divine Smite this combat.
Okay.
So that'll be another
Is undead.
13 radiant damage.
Another 13 damage is exactly what you needed to send this guy flying down the stairs back into the cloud of cold energy. And that target, a white 1 is no more.
Good job.
We'll take our second attack at the last guy over here.
another true strike from Forrest.
12 slashing damage.
12 slashing damage. You carve across him. He looks badly injured as well as he's holding on to the last little bit of his undeath. Odd sneaks around the corner and is going to Sacred Flame this last one that's here. Who's going to make a dexterity saving throw once again. And succeeds with a natural 20. Odd gets frustrated, says a few curse words, and then hides behind Hazel again. Those of you that speak, well, I don't know what languages Odd has. It's in a different language.
It's
Selena.
Odd.
Yep.
That's what it is.
It's an odd language. There you go. Selena, you're back
I'm
up.
ready for this guy to stop hitting on us. So I'm gonna move one step closer so it can't try and run away from us. Or I guess technically 5 feet, but 13 to hit.
13 to hit. It just dodges out of the way from your attack, Selena.
Dang it.
You barely missed him.
You can swing
I'm
again.
gonna try again.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm trying again. Not even bad.
It's not going to dodge that one as you strike true with your rapier right through the gut. 7 piercing damage. Like I said, you're chipping away at it a little bit with this rapier. He's still standing, but definitely hard to stand when you got the rapier blade right through your thigh. Anything else you want to do?
No, that's all I'm gonna do for now.
Okay, that brings us to Orcon.
Okay, so Morgan's gonna pop back around the corner, sort of shouldering into Hazel, getting her out of the way a little bit. And gonna fire off at our friend there next to Selena.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
First one, that is 19 total damage and pushes him back 10 feet.
And he goes flying over top of Selena. Selena, it kind of shocks you because you still had your rapier blade through its thigh when the impact of this Eldritch Blast came crackling down for like a thunder crack. So as the creature gets hit, it naturally goes flying and it actually like lifts your rapier blade up and it slides right off your blade and you hear it just go down the steps and off to the other side. Destroyed.
That is one creepy slinky.
And I'm going to remove all the turns from the turn order and change our music because you guys are out of encounter.
No one died. Woo! Well, none of us died.
They were already dead.
They're fine.
Morgan is
Hazel?
immediately just sort of poking Hazel in the side.
What? What?
How many times have you done this and you never spoke before?
I was working on it all, past, I don't know, what's time here? Days? Weeks? What's
It's
a
been
month?
about 14 years in the making.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That's
work
what
on
it says.
And Hazel then goes over and does lick up some of the black goo off the ground.
Yeah, it's pretty gross tasting.
I cast Prestidigitation to just kind of clean myself off a little bit here.
Oh, I thought you were taking away my tree. I was gonna be really mad at you.
I think I got some hair on my elbow.
I lick Selena clean. Just
I'm
dog
just
slobber.
giggling.
I have a question for the DM.
Sure.
I have as a feature, and it doesn't really say like a spell. I have Balm of the Summer Court, which is an energy pool to heal others
Okay.
or myself. And I can roll dice from that to heal people. Can I do that in Wild Shape? It doesn't, like, you're not supposed to cast spells on Wild Shape, but like it's not a spell, it's a feature, and it's kind of like a font of energy from within me. I'm cool with however you want to roll this. But just
Here's what we'll do. I think this is a good time for us to take our break anyway. So I'll look at it during the break and we'll come to a conclusion then, okay?
Sounds good.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. And when we get back, Orkon seems to be already trudging down the steps. So we'll see what he sees when we come back from our break. So thank you guys for tuning in and hanging out with us tonight as we run through Vecna, Eve of Ruin. We'll be right back in just 5 to 7 minutes. See you soon, guys. Hello, and thank you so much for hanging out with us here at Proficiency Bonus. Please take an opportunity to support our sponsors.
First up is Little Dragon Corp. Little Dragon Corp is an online storefront based in the Great White North of Canada. They sell everything your heart could desire, so long as everything your heart desires is largely polyhedral dice sets and other TTRPG sundries. Check them out for all of your dicey needs. Perhaps buy a lovely hardcover copy of one of these fine books. If you're feeling especially cute, you could treat yourself to a t-shirt or one of these fine little proprietary Little Dragon Corp dragon plushies. They've got all the classic types of dragon, like Mooney, Terra, Dad, whatever strikes your fancy over on Little Dragon Corp. Be sure to enter our special promo code BONUS at checkout for 15% off of your order. That's BONUS, BONUS, for 15% off your order. That's like if you made 7 individual purchases, you could basically buy anything you want on the store and it's like it was free with all the money that you saved from earlier. I'm absolutely positive that's how math works, and I will be taking no questions at this time. Thank you, Little Dragon Corp.
Cardboard Castle Games is a brick-and-mortar game store local to Evans, Georgia. They have a wide selection of tabletop gaming and other cool games like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon cards, and even Yu-Gi-Oh! You can visit them in-store and let them know that we sent you, or you can go visit their website at cardboardcastlegames.com.
Don't forget to find us on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. Links to our social media pages and outlets are located below this video.
Don't forget, you can also support the channel by following, by subscribing, remembering to click the bell notification so you never miss another live stream, using channel emotes, and if you're an Amazon Prime user, you get a free subscription to Twitch every month.
While we are away, now is a great time to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's absolutely free, and there you will find hours upon hours of content to enjoy. Click the bell icon to activate notifications so you won't miss a single show. Once again, thank you for joining us. We hope you are enjoying the show, and we'll be back in just a moment.
back anyway.
Got it.
That's it.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So,
How's
the
Garrett?
party entered Hallix and the Hallix Mausoleum, and they encountered a group of wights, undead wights here in the first couple of rooms. What do you guys want to do now?
Well, first we gotta see what's down here.
First, we have to get rid of this popsicle that Hazel made.
I'm pretty sure you can push it over and it'll shatter.
I paw it down the stairs.
Oh, it immediately tips over and shatters in a bunch of pieces of ice across the floor.
I could stick it in my bag of holding, but I don't know what kind of mess that would create.
Pieces and pieces
It
now.
would melt and then decay.
You just have. I mean, I'd be okay with the meat popsicle in your bag, but
I don't really want it on my book, though.
okay.
Want to flip a coin, Hazel?
No, it's okay. And Hazel will nudge kind of like under Selena so that she's riding her, like that she can ride her if she wants to, and we'll move down with the group.
Okay.
Go see what the boys are up to.
Yeah, Odd will
My,
continue down as well.
My cloud will continue with us, just kind of staying in front of us wherever we go.
Got this sparkling cloud of ice energy just like slowly hovering in front of you. I love it. So as you guys get down to this room, I'm assuming Selena's going to pick up her lit torch and kind of continue carrying it around down here. So these stone stairs, they descend from the Hallix Mausoleum to a large subterranean chamber with stone coffins sitting on sturdy shelves. Part of the west wall has collapsed, creating an opening into another chamber beyond. And you've already faced the whites, so I don't have to read that last sentence. They are now either piles of ash, headless bodies of blackened gore, and pieces of ice lying on the floor.
What did you say the things are on the wall?
Those are stone coffins that are sitting on sturdy shelves.
Are there dates on them?
Are there dates on them? Good question. No, there are no dates on these.
While they're looking at everything, Hazel's going to. I don't know if Selena decided to jump on her back or not, but Hazel, either through the contact or through licking more gore off of Selena, is going to use the Balm of the Summer Court and heal Selena for 18 points.
18 points. All right. Selena, a font of healing energy comes over you as your wounds begin to heal.
And she gets some temp hit points from that, right?
Yeah, that's 3 of those were the temp.
Okay.
Mm.
So 15 healed, 3 temporary hit points.
Yeah,
Yes.
15-3, it'd be 3 temporary. So
Yeah.
anytime if you get
Oh,
hit
yeah.
again, the 3 temporary come off first.
Okay.
And then you start going into your actual pool.
So my actual pool
It goes up by 15.
goes up by 15, and then I get 3 extra,
Yes.
which are like bonus.
Yeah, they're like buffers.
Oh, here we it looks
Oh,
like
I
we're
think
having
we found
Odd
someone.
coming in. We found a new adventurer has arrived.
Did you see we hit the double treasure?
Yes,
yeah,
you guys
also
hit
hit
the
the
double
double
treasure.
treasure.
So don't forget about that. And while I'm doing that, Orcon, since you were the one who mentioned it, I guess you're pressing deeper into these like coffins and kind of snooping around a little bit. If you like to, you can make an investigation check or a perception check as you're kind of snooping around, looking for those names or dates on those coffins.
I will definitely do so. And sorry, viewers, as our cameras are going to be a little sideways until Odd
Till
is all the
Odd
way
gets
back
in
with
there.
us.
think I'm gonna join Orcon, but on this one here on the right.
Okay. You can use either investigation or perception. Either one, your choice.
I'm gonna just stand over here at the opening and keep an eye out.
Okay.
7.
I'll keep an eye
7.
out or an ear out, as it is with the direwolf.
Okay.
And I may or may not have told them they had to make death saves.
For a split second, I thought you said me, and I was like, "Oh no, what do I do now?" First thing
So-
was a year ago, now this.
As you're going around like Orcon, you don't really find anything marking on these. There's nothing marked on these coffins. It looks like possibly this room was much older than the room from above. Perhaps older Hallix,
generation.
previous generation. You do notice that one coffin contains 4 wool cloaks that are worth you can worth some money. You can see that there are 2 wide hats, and there is a strange potion bottle that you find. As you pick it up, it almost seems like it's empty, but you kind of shake it and there's liquid inside, but when you look at it, it looks empty. It feels like liquid.
A little bit, so I can, because I'm looking at it in the dark and not seeing anything. So hold it up towards her so I can see the torch light.
It's weirdest thing.
I'm gonna sort of look around. What's the rest of the group doing?
I'm looking at the one here on the right.
Yeah, you're kind of snooping through. It just looks like an empty coffin.
I just want to keep an ear out. I have keen hearing and smell in this form.
Okay.
For if anything's coming down that hall where Forest is.
You can hear what sounds like water running,
Hmm.
but it sounds like it's a little bit. It's not super close. A little farther away.
Hazel would tell that to Forrest. She would just say, "Hey, there's water down there." Because I can talk as well. This is really fun.
So I don't see anything just here, so I'm gonna take a couple more steps forward to like the opening of this, just to get a better view.
So peek in, okay.
Yeah.
So you can see like roots are protruding through cracks in the ceiling in this chamber. And you're looking at that bottom corner. It looks like there was maybe what was at one time a stairway there on the southeast corner that's completely collapsed into just piles of rubble. The nearby walls have crumbled. 3 doors in the north wall are shut, and the middle door bears a new shiny padlock. To the west, stairs lead to a small balcony that overlooks the room from 5 feet above. So it's like this little like mini stairway that just kind of like leads up a little bit. And there's just enough room for a door painted with an eye.
A familiar looking eye?
It's a crude looking simple eye, but possibly. And also, you can look down here at the bottom. You can see what seems to be some kind of crumbled pathway down at the south as well.
While everyone seems to be distracted and doing their own thing, Orcon's gonna slip that little potion vial into his pocket.
Okay. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, I think just about everybody caught me.
Well, that was stealth. Is your sleight of hand the same?
I have no idea.
If it's the same, then we'll just count it, but I just didn't know if it was the...
Yeah, they're both +3.
Both plus 3? Got it. Yep. So it'd be 11. Whoever has a passive perception of 11
Assuming
plus.
they can see in the dark. Well, actually, no, she has a torch. Never mind.
She has a torch out. Yeah, anybody who has a passive perception or 11 or above just saw Orcon slip a potion bottle into his pocket, trying to be inconspicuous about it.
Yeah, that's me. Just make sure the lid's on tight. Please.
I don't know what you're talking about. There are 4 cloaks and 2 hats in this one. I'm gonna walk over next to Hazel.
How about the rest of you? Anybody else doing anything here?
Can I look in one of the other ones, or have we determined there's not really much any of the rest?
I mean, I was kind of I was consolidating all those checks you guys made into kind of like you were moving from one to one, kind of looking through, and that's what you found in total. Unless anybody else wanted to kind of snoop around and look in there, but
No. While we have a down moment between whites and whoever knows what's next, I'm gonna be taking down notes of what we've found so far,
okay.
just to try
Sure.
and, in case stuff comes back for us later. Over our year, I bought a book, so I can add sketches and notes and like keep like a travel journal.
Oh, good, yeah. Rest of Selena's getting that out and making some notes.
Yeah. That's kind of all I'm doing. I probably just took a squat on the floor once we finished looking through everything.
And just to catch you up to speed, Lord Neverember sent you on a mission to rescue 4 kidnapped prominent individuals. In return, you will receive a fine estate in Neverwinter. So you come to the Neverdeath graveyard and are searching through the Hallix Mausoleum, where the party has encountered 5 whites, and you guys are in the aftermath of defeating those whites. So Orcon moves into the next room. You can probably see all those things
Give a
there.
hip check to Hazel again, just
Wheezing by.
how much larger now? It's not my fault you went from being a pit bull to a Great Dane, or a, what do they call those strange giant furry ones that are big as people?
Irish wolfhounds?
Maybe. What's an Irish?
People? A human? A human with a funny language?
Ah,
They're like, the dogs are like 6 feet tall, kind of gray and shaggy. Is that the ones you're talking about?
it just starts randomly, wildly gesticulating at Hazel.
Without the pointy ears.
Well, hopefully the fangs.
They're kind of
Hazel?
couch potatoes.
Hazel's trying to fit down this hallway. Do I fit down this hallway?
Yeah, you can squeeze through.
I can't see anything, but I'm in here. Following my friends.
Okay. Yep, Hazel moves into complete darkness.
You just hear panting and like a wagging tail hitting the wall.
Yeah, I don't think dire wolves have dark vision. No, they don't.
And as Hazel's going in, I'm just sort of using my hands to guide her, start trying to help her. As she gets a little closer, just sort of gonna guide it right into the side of Forrest's head.
Hazel, I got my torch. Does that help a little bit? Don't hit it with your tail, please.
Hazel just looks back at Selena and it's like, thank God someone understands what it's like to not see in this stuff.
Yeah. Short, and I can't see in the dark. This is entertaining.
I'm tall and can't see in the dark. You're fine. And can I do a sniff check on this area?
A sniff check, sure. Go for a sniff check.
I don't. Let's see. perception twice, right? Yeah, because I have advantage with keen hearing and smell.
Okay.
Let's see if that rolls or not. I don't.
Yeah, it did. Rolled with advantage. Okay. 16. What exactly, is there anything in particular? What are you trying to sniff out? Are you just sniffing out the presence of individuals? What?
Anything that doesn't smell like it belongs in like a mausoleum smells like death and decay and dust. We smell like us. Anything that smells different than that is essentially her goal.
Yeah, I mean, you do smell like what would be the presence of other individuals that have probably been through here. It's a wide variety. Like, you get a lot of smells, but they're all kind of just sporadic, so it's all over the place. So people go through here often.
Smell anything bad just yet? Just the normal. Pay respects to your dead smells.
Well, the three things in here that stand out to me are that door up above us with the new padlock, that door with the eye on it, and that little tunnel down below there.
I'll go stick my head and take a look down the hallway.
Okay. So Orkon, what you can see down there is, from where you're at, it looks as if there is some type of, like some kind of deep stone basin that has, like maybe like a 2-foot ledge that's like sticking up. And from what you can see, it looks like it's filled with water, and there's pipes above it that are kind of like running water down into that basin. But from that angle, that's probably all you can see from that side of the tunnel.
I don't see anything moving. I think I'm looking at the municipal sewer system.
Why do we always end up in sewers?
I don't know. I'm gonna. It's only about 15, 20 feet to the opening on the other side. I'm going to stick my nose through. Keep an ear out.
I keep an ear out.
I'm gonna just basically come down to the end, pop my head around the corner to see, and
go immediately
lean
right
over, once each way.
Yeah, as you're looking, like, you can see that there's rusted pipes that run along the walls and the ceiling, and water flows from nozzles in those ceiling pipes. That center of the room, like I said, is a basin. It's filled to the brim with water. The surface kind of ripples, and the way that it's rippling is kind of like, it represents water, but not in its normal movements. Like, it's kind of strange how the water is rippling in that basin. And to the south, you can see there is a closed door back here that has a shiny new padlock on it down here in the corner. When you went around the corner, you noticed to the east there was another door. And down in the southern part of the room, you saw there was kind of like, there was a stairwell that it looks like it leads down.
And how high is the ledge on this basin?
Maybe 2 feet, 2.5 feet, something like that.
Oh, okay, so it's like waist high, if that.
Waist high, yeah.
I'm seeing Forrest come up. So it looks like just like a water treatment. But there's something weird. There's something strange going on with the water. Like, if you look at it, it does. Like, watch when the drips hit. Watch how it moves.
Yeah, that's not concentric circles. It's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, I think they're doing something to it.
Give me a moment. I'm gonna try something in here.
Step around the corner with him.
Okay.
I am gonna use my divine sense in here. So
Okay.
let me know that I can detect good and evil, and I can sense the presence of celestial fiends and undead within 60 feet.
Celestial fiends and undead. Check. Within how many feet?
60 feet, as long as they're not behind total cover, so it like doesn't go through walls or anything.
Okay.
So you don't know about the zombie in the next room?
If there is one, no, I don't.
You don't get the sense of any of those things.
I'm not sure what this is, but there's not. It doesn't feel like there's any more undead within it or anything like that.
Organ's gonna go into his bag, go into his little like camp cooking kit and pull out his little water cup. I'm just gonna lean over and just, without touching the water with his hand, but just scooping some of the water out.
Okay.
Just sort of bringing it over, just giving it a smell, looking at it, trying to figure out what's wrong with it.
Okay. So Orcon, you go and start like scooping out some of this water. As you do so, you're like taking the water, you start like kind of like sniffing at it and stuff. All of a sudden, rising from that water source, you see the water start to take this strange shape as it kind of comes up out of the water. And there is a form that starts to emerge, almost as if it has arms that are kind of made out of water, stick out on both sides of it. And it starts to speak towards you in this language. It sounds like crashing waves and bubbles kind of mixed together. What languages do you know?
I know Primordial, so I would understand Aquan.
You would understand Aquan, you would. Totally. So this creature stands up, stands kind of like in the water in front of you and starts to kind of speak with you and says, "You don't look like one of the others in the robes. Your robes are different."
As he said, I pour the water back in. No, we asked to take a look at this crypt, and we found the hole in the wall. So I came through to investigate, and I saw the water. Well, it looks like it didn't behave the way I would expect it to. I now understand why.
It looks towards you, and you can see it's got this like weird, it's like strange, like gaps in the water break to where it almost looks like a little face. And he begins to speak, and you can see those gaps kind of moving as the mouth moves. And it's me and my companions. We are tired of these cultists bullying us all the time, so we hide down in the depths of this chamber. It's gentle rains, and he kind of looks up to the pipes where the water is kind of flowing down into this large and you can see like this thing goes much deeper down. Like it's a ledge of 2 feet, but it goes into darkness. You don't know how deep this thing actually is into the ground here. It's like the water just goes dark. We just always enjoy this perpetual rain falling upon us, but we can't stand the cultists.
Perhaps we can be of some assistance to you. If you would be so kind as to point us in that direction, we would be happy to leave you and your brethren in peace. And perhaps we can get rid of those individuals who are vexing you.
Well, that would be nice. I wonder what Shanzizm would think. Shanzizm is our fish-headed friend. He makes his dwelling behind the door down the stairs. The cultists, they're just awful. They worship a god whose symbol is a hand and an eye. They recently moved into the nearby rooms. We don't usually leave this place, so not sure where that is. But the cultists locked a small creature in the room to the south. They put a lock upon the door.
You know what that creature looked like?
Creature a friend of yours, or?
No, I don't know the creature. Small creature.
Oh, we can't leave him locked in here.
Humanoid, beast? What kind of creature are we talking about?
Looked kind of like you, but shorter.
Shorter than me? Well, I can't. I'm not in the room, so.
Kind of hears like some
Never.
voice coming from behind. Others with you?
Yes, there's a group of 5 of us who were sent in. I'm not sure how many of us actually speak your tongue, but
Yeah, I don't. That was a mistake.
Oh yeah. I don't
Yeah,
understand. I don't understand this one. Points to-
I realize I'm probably
Yeah,
not even
it's
close
neither
enough
do I.
to try, but I can't. I can only do common and halfling.
Yeah, in order to understand this creature, you would have to have primordial as one of your languages, or specifically Aquan. If you had Aquan on there too, you'd be able to. It's a dialect of primordial, so.
My bad. Wait for the recap from Orcon.
So, okay, we'll look at the. Let's me and my friends go deal with this small trapped creature. And you said your leader was a fish-headed individual down the stairs, and Organ will point at the stairwell.
Yes, the name is Shanzizm.
Shanzithan?
Shanzizm. Spelling on that, everybody, is SHANZEZIM.
Ah. And I want to make sure I do not offend. He will not take offense to me entering his quarters to speak with him.
He kind of looks over to you. As long as you enter in peace and are polite.
As polite as you and I have been with each other. Our
Kind of
goal is only to help.
gives you a watery bow.
Turns it right back. And then we'll turn to Forrest. So, are you ready?
You guys just make gurgling noises at each other for a couple minutes. I have no idea what's going on.
That's basically what it sounded like. It sounded like Orcon just put a bunch of water in his mouth and started going.
Oh, I'm sorry. You could see in the dock now, so I thought you picked up some other tricks.
Still working on that one.
Oh, wonderful little fat. Oh, let's step back into the other room, and so I don't have to do this twice.
Fair.
Come back into the other room with everyone else.
As you're doing that, you see the water elemental kind of slink back down into the water.
Sorry about that, everyone. Had a wonderful conversation with a lovely fellow made out of water. Apparently, there's a cult that made its home down here. Worships some god who's got a hand in an eyeball. I mean, an eyeball in his hand.
Yeah, the same cult we dealt with a year ago.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I
Hazel is the epitome of the confused dog tilting its head every time someone says something that doesn't make sense to her. So the whole time.
Orkan, remembering something now, will go into his bag, pull out the hand with the eye sculpture he stole as we ran on the place. Please, guys.
Because of course he kept it.
Hazel, it sounds
No
like
one
you
might
might get
come in
spiked.
handy, like right now. Puts it back in. But suffice to say, our lovely little water family in there has been getting abused by these cultists. They have a fish friend who lives down the stairwell you saw in the room we just left. He may have some information on where the cultists are working down here. So we need to have a chat with him, see if we can get on the same page. And then there's also apparently a small forest chained up in a room on the opposite side.
A small what?
A small one of him.
First, you had a kid?
Not that I've been told about.
All I know is he said it was small and it looked like him.
Yeah, they did kidnap a gnome.
Or a fairy.
Were you looking for a gnome?
One of the peoples.
Orkin immediately starts running. Runs about halfway in, comes back out. Can anybody pick a lock?
I can bite a lock.
Come along, Odd, hurry up.
You can stab it. I don't know if it'll go well, but I can try.
And Orkon is just running now,
Okay.
hoping that Odd is going to follow because
I can't see.
You can't even see with Selena's torch. Can you see based off of Selena's torch?
Cantrip light.
Oh, you know what? I
Oh.
bet you this token doesn't have. Oh no, it does have sight set on it.
It's just like I can't see like the hallway or anything. Like even there it is.
Oh, can you see it now?
The only question is, can you fit down this hallway?
Can I fit
She
down
can-
this hallway?
You can squeeze through it. Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh. Let's go.
Now, like technically, this only like really affects in combat. When you're a large creature squeezing through a smaller space, your movement is halved. You have like disadvantage on all like dexterity saving throws, and you have disadvantage on all your attack rolls, and everybody that attacks you has advantage against you. So, but the only rules it only comes up in combat.
I think it was the southern door.
so he said it was this door that was padlocked.
Whichever one has the
Oh.
shiny new lock.
Yeah, the one that has the shiny new lock is to the south down here.
Okay.
As you're looking down this hall, there is a small door at the end of this little short hall to the right. When you're looking down, or it'd be to the north.
Yeah. No,
Michael.
I'm pointing at this one where they said the lock was with the.
I thought you were
Michael, can I
talking
get
about
a
the one in the
cantrip
last
light?
room.
Oh, you're casting light.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the radius of that?
I think it's bright 10, dim 20.
Bright 20, dim 20.
Okay, so it's the same as a torch. Gotcha. All right. So Odd casts light so he can start to kind of move around and see about the room. Yeah, and Odd, you can see that in this door has this really nice new looking padlock on it.
Oh,
Oh gosh, yes. So you go looking at the door, and I mean, yeah, it's a new padlock, but you've done this a million times. Not a problem. You take a minute, you're shifting. It doesn't take you no time at all. You hear the click of all the inner workings of this lock begin to loosen, and you hear it just break itself free, come loose. Piece of cake.
Odd's gonna take the lock off, look Orkin right in the eye, and say, "Fish are friends, not food."
yes, very much so in this case.
Hey, Odd, what are you gonna do with that?
The lock,
Yeah.
lock it down.
You just gonna put it on the floor?
Sure, why not? I don't. Do you want it?
Yeah, because I think Hazel would want it.
I hand her the lock.
Hazel doesn't really have thumbs at the moment, so.
Enjoy. We don't have a key for it, but I can pick it whenever you need it.
You can add a shiny keyless padlock to your inventory. You got it?
I mean, the other one didn't have a key either. He just left the things.
Sure.
Okay, Odd, are you leading the way in, or should I?
Oh, definitely you. Who are we looking for again?
Here, I'll go ahead and unlock the door for you guys. It's unlocked.
Orkin, who are we looking for?
We're looking for one of 4 people, and this is a diminutive person, so it might in fact be a gnome.
No, the fish friend.
Oh no, the fish friend is over in the stairwell this way.
Oh, okay.
But first, we want to see if this might be one of the people we need.
All right.
Oh.
Actually, when you open that door, you can see that water leaks down the walls of this cell and pools on the floor near a rusty drain. A dejected gnome sits on a sodden mattress in one corner. And as you guys are all kind of opening the door and come in, he's startled a bit and goes, hey, who is it? What? Who? Oh no, you're not here to question me, are you?
Oh God, you look nothing. You look nothing like Forrest.
No, he doesn't.
Expect a water elemental to tell the difference.
God.
Sorry, the people who told us you were in here thought you looked like someone else. What's your name?
I'm. My name is Umberto. Who are you? I don't recognize you. Why are you all?
Does nobody get the concept of wearing a mask? I am Orkan the Orphic. That is all you need to know.
There's just a giant direwolf in the back waving with a paw.
Probably more importantly, we're sent by Lord Neverember.
Lord Neverember sent you for me?
Well, sent us
not
for
just
you
you.
and 3 others.
I am Odd, and this gentleman back here, pointing at Forrest, is your father. Daddy?
That is not my father.
Noticeably older than I am.
Oh, you're in denial. It's okay. You've been here for a while.
Please forgive him. He is Odd. That's not his name. He is.
Was a Sunday night on back pay of child support money.
I think I have a. I thought I had a handout image of this guy that I could show you so you guys could see what he looks like. I'm gonna try to find it here. Maybe I don't.
So you don't want my sketch of him?
Oh, did you make a sketch of him?
It's so bad.
Wait, you've been doing sketch drawings like forensic files?
No,
That's
well,
what we're looking for.
in character if we had downtime maybe, but
I'm sure that's accurate.
Yeah, probably.
We told him it looked like a little forest, so I'd agree with that.
Here's how his face looks. I'll zoom in on his token so you guys can see his face.
Okay.
He looks very, very haughty-taughty, snooty, and has these little glasses that librarian glasses that almost fall off his nose.
Definitely not judging you, Forrest.
Oh, come on, let's at least get you out of this.
Listen, I must be honest. I am absolutely starving. The food here has been absolutely atrocious. They've been feeding me trash and garbage this whole time I've been here. It's horrendous. Any of you have anything to eat?
I've got some rations here.
Oh, I'll gladly take them. Yes. He kind of takes the rations that you pass him and starts kind of munching away at them. But yes, yeah, much better. You know, I know these cultists. I know.
What do you mean you know?
I know who they revere. I know who they worship. Have you heard of the whispered one?
Vecna last time.
Vecna. You've run into Vecna.
One.
You've
Specifically this cult, yes.
Oh, yeah, there. You know, I have one of Neverwinter's experts at studying Vecna. I know lots of things.
Why?
No. Oh, perhaps. What does it mean when he says he's taken an interest in you?
I'm not quite sure about that. I'm more of a historian. Should I be worried?
Why do you study him?
What was that? Excuse me? Is the wolf talking?
The wolf
Yes,
is
the
talking.
wolf
Yes.
The wolf talks?
The wolf
Yeah.
is
Oh
a purple.
dear. Oh.
No, the wolf's not saying anything. I think it must be that hunger.
My tail smacks off.
Well, I am a prominent historian of Vecna.
But why him? Do you like him?
Oh, we don't judge you based on your religion just because you're Protestant.
To be honest, I'm just fascinated by it. It's like one of those things where you start going down, you just keep on going down the rabbit hole of discovery. It's just so much lore and history about. Apparently, he had this treacherous lieutenant. His name was Cass. They were involved heavily in trying to wreak havoc all across the multiverse, and apparently, Cass decided to betray Vecna. And a great battle ensued. Yes, it's fascinating, isn't it? Apparently, when the whole battle was over, all that remained was a hand and an eye.
Can we talk about this while we're walking? Like,
Well, we have to go see the other.
He's still
person.
munching on rations, too.
like as much as I would love to get a history lesson in the middle of this lovely. I love what you've done with the place. Is that trash and garbage?
This is an awful place. I hate it here. Would one of you be willing to escort me out?
Jump on.
Yeah, I mean, it's not very far, honestly. It's a little ways back.
Jump on.
Oh, and please,
Get
could
on
you
Hazel.
all do me a big favor?
Maybe.
You see, this is kind of research that I've been working on by myself, and I don't really want this information to get out because I don't want any other scholars to beat me to the written documentation of all this put together, you see. Just, can we keep it between us?
Absolutely.
Great. That's great.
Well,
I
you get back to
just
safety.
I need the credit for this. I just need it.
Yeah.
And do so much for future research and studies. I just need it to happen.
You're doing such a great job. You're a big boy, and he picks up a gnome and starts lifting him towards Hazel.
I don't know how comfortable I feel about this. You're taking me towards the talking giant wolf.
Look.
Oh, don't worry. It's a
she's a
bumpy
druid.
ride, but it's safe.
Okay.
Two choices,
Can
little
I make
man.
an insight check to see if I believe this guy at all?
Absolutely. Go for it.
I'm getting really creepy on the cultist vibes here.
Well, he's
too
thinking
into it.
about that. I would like to take out my book and get
Okay.
his signature and
Okay.
let him know that anything else we find will be written on those pages.
Okay. With the 12, you kind of think he's telling you the truth. He just really, when you come in here and gave him food and helped him out, he basically wanted to tell you what he was doing, what he was up to, and feel like he just haven't had a lot of people that he could trust to talk to for a while. So you're going to gather more knowledge for me? Is that what you're providing me with information, or?
If you go back to safety,
Yes, yes.
we'll help you.
Of course. And he takes whatever writing utensil you have, and he starts to scribble down his name in there. Umberto Noblin, and the U and the N are really ridiculously large for some reason as he writes in cursive. At this point, I'm gonna go. We're gonna go a little meta here. I'm gonna tell you guys some game mechanics for this campaign. So you guys just earned what was called, what was a secret of an individual. The secret that he is this historian of Vecna, and he's collecting all this information. So in this campaign, you can harness the power of secrets to your advantage. When you can gather these secrets, and why is it not showing me that chart? So there's going to be a secret tracker that I'm going to have set up for you guys to gather the secrets that are available in this campaign. And once you learn a secret, you can't learn this secret again. And when one character learns a secret, it counts as a secret learned for the whole party. So a character can magically spend a secret-like currency, revealing it to the multiverse to gain a momentary boon. To do this, the character must use an action to whisper the secret into the wind. The secret is then gone from the minds of every character within the party. There's one exception. If the characters spend the secret, they learn... I'll go for that later, because that comes later in the adventure. But when a character spends a secret, every character in the party gains advantage on D20 rolls for 1 minute. So you can use a secret for your whole party to gain advantage on any D20 roll for 1 minute. Once you use that secret, though, it is gone.
Forever?
Yep, because it's not a secret anymore, because you whispered it upon the winds, and it no longer becomes a secret. Okay?
Oh.
So it's a way you can use it as currency and reveal it to the multiverse and gain advantage. So that's how this power of secrets thing kind of works in Eve of Ruin. So you have one secret. This is Umberto's secret.
Definitely got to be frugal with those.
For important fights.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
So we can come out of the meta and we can go back into our character realm as I fed you that information.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
How long would it take me with just dashing? I have 50 feet of movement as a direwolf with this gnome on my back to get him out of here and out of the graveyard and back to my friends.
A few minutes, most.
And also, just side note, I'm sure at this point my Shivering Star spell is gone because it's a 10-minute concentration.
Yeah, probably by the end of this conversation, yeah, I'd be gone. Mm.
Okay. I look at everyone and I'm... Are you all good if I run him out of here?
Yeah, just before you leave, let me cast a spell on you to help.
Okay.
All right. Let's see what I got here. I'm going to do Minor Illusion on the back of our friend Umberto and cast a sound, a constant wee-woo, wee-woo. So they are now an ambulance leaving the...
That's gonna draw so much attention.
You'll be fine.
I was thinking maybe a light source.
Oh yeah, that too. That
For
too.
the blind wolf.
Yeah.
There you go.
without the woo.
Yeah.
Can I take a couple of moments, take out my disguise kit, and just look at Umberto? I'm going to change the way your face looks a little bit, just so they already came after you once. We'd like to get you back home. A friend here is going to get you out of the graveyard, but so you're on your way back to your estate.
brilliant idea. Brilliant.
And
Probably
just
has
take a few
trouble.
minutes and, you know.
Why am I
Probably not
shining
hearing
like
it.
this?
Wee-woo.
So what do you kind of, are you just, what are you turning him into, like with your disguise kit? How are you using your disguise kit to change the way he looks?
Given he's a
Change his
gnome
appearance.
and he looks sort of hoity-toity, and
Mm-hmm.
because I can get away with it because he don't know who I am, I'm gonna doll him all up like a little dwarf. Big beard.
Okay. I've never been one for facial hair, but okay, if you think so.
Exactly. They won't know to even consider looking for you under a beard.
That's brilliant, brilliant. Extremely intelligent. I love it.
I get my own facade.
They'll have no idea who I am. And why would they even bother with me if I'm on the back of a massive wolf?
Yeah, I think
Or
they'd
when
be
you
more
get
concerned
off.
about the wolf.
And with that disguise kit and the light spell shining from Umberto, it gets on the back of
Wee-woo.
Hazel. And wee woo,
Hazel
wee woo,
screams,
wee woo, all the
"Wee-woo,"
way.
as she
And within just a few minutes, Hazel returns back
I
to.
would like to get
party.
him like a street or two away from
Sure,
the graveyard and be like,
it's a piece of cake.
and I will tell him like go to Lord Neverember. He sent us to look for you. You owe us. Because if we get you back safe, that was the whole goal. So he has to see that you're okay. So when you get there, take the
Okay.
beard off.
Oh yeah, right. Yes, he
if
will
you
recognize.
don't-
Even the Lord wouldn't recognize me looking like this, right? That's it.
Hazel gets her wolf nose really close to this gnome because he's off of her
Mhm.
back now.
He gets
If you
he
don't
quite
go
his
show
eyes
him,
get kind of wide.
if you don't go show him that we helped you, I know you're sent, and I will find you, and I will eat you. Have a good day! And Hazel just turns and runs back to her.
Toodaloo! And he starts skipping.
And I run back.
No. I have no way of dropping concentration. It's a 1 minute spell, so he's gonna walk down the street home going wee woo.
Well,
Wee-woo.
if it was a 1 minute spell, it took him a few minutes to get where he was going, so
Okay.
it would have wore off.
Can I guess it'll take
Brought
me a
all the
while.
zombies with them right to the gate.
Yeah, they're all just like looking through like the gate that the Hazel closed from behind. Yeah.
And Hazel comes running back to her friends and bumps into a lot of walls in the darkness and eventually finds everybody.
There you go. You guys hear a couple yelps from the wolf coming in, bumping into walls.
And it's all
But
it's
Hazel's
like
friend.
yelps until she gets closer, and then you hear, well, Orkhan would hear cursing and Sylvan as she like bumps her nose.
Marco. Polo.
Polo. When I come back,
Hmm. You guys are back. What would you like to do?
Should we go have a nice, polite conversation with the Fish King?
What? Who?
My nice friends, the Water People, said that their friend, the Fishhead King, might have some more information on where our cultists are.
And that's all we have is fish king, fish guy.
No, the
All we know is he has a
named
fish for a
Sean
head.
Zazim.
His name is what?
Sean Zazim.
Bless you. Do we know where to?
His language anyway.
He has a
He's right
language?
down those stairs.
Fish, our friend, not food. Let's go this way.
Organ's gonna start walking down to the stairs, and
Okay.
having been given the warning to be polite, is going to very, politely just give a couple of.
Why are we knocking
Oh.
on a door in a dungeon?
To be polite.
Polite.
Who is it?
Okay.
Who's there?
Friends? We hope.
Didn't get the
Is it
elemental's
common
name.
or Aquan he's speaking?
No suspicious acquaintances
Common or
here.
Aquan?
Like what language is he speaking to us?
Let me. Oh, it would be Aquan. So
Oh,
only you guys would hear like bubbly water sounds.
Somebody
I
left the
knew-
water running. Let's just go in.
That's what it sounded like when he was talking to the water elementals.
Oh, okay.
Your orphans are doing the same thing.
Okay.
Good. I don't. What time of day was it when we got here?
I'd say like late afternoon.
Okay. Good afternoon. I was hoping to speak with Lord Shan Zazim.
Shatan Zazim is my name.
And I will slowly step into the. I was sent by your friends in the outer chamber. We were having a discussion about some rather annoying cultists who have been bothering you.
And as you walk into this room, I'm just going to kind of explain the room to you, Orkon, too, as you were kind of coming in with this conversation started. You can see there's rubble that kind of chokes the southeast corner of the room, and it seems like some of the rubble has been reassembled into a low table, which bears small clockwork components. And this fish-headed creature is kind of hulking. He's kind of a large creature that's standing there, and he looks like he's wearing these exquisite silk, and he's carefully examining like these like hundreds upon hundreds of tiny little parts on this table. Looks like gears, little metal bars, all kinds of little little contraptions and pieces on this table.
Oh my god, he has a Lego set.
And he kind of looks. Oh, he with that bubbly sounds, he looks towards you. Oh yeah, cruel cultists that keep bullying the elementals in the next room. From what they tell me, they seem to leave me alone. But recently, they've captured a prisoner. The elementals tell me a gnome of some sort, but I haven't met him.
We actually just met him and let him go. The elementals told us about him and you. We were initially sent to find a missing gnome, so that was a happy coincidence.
And
But
you
hearing about
you rescued the gnome from the cultists? You're not a part of the cult?
No, we are not with the cult. Are you with the cult?
No, not at all. I was bound here by the previous people who were down here. They call themselves the Waterclock Guild.
And you said they found you or they bound you?
Bound me here. I cannot leave this place. I'm content. See, I'm working on this clock. Someday I will be finished with it. But it could take me several years.
As the king gestures at the table, Odd kind of walks over to the table and inspecting whatever he was gesturing at. Because once again, I don't speak Aquan, so I have no idea what that he's saying.
Yeah, he gestures towards the table with his bubbly voice. That's pretty much all you can tell.
So are you bound here until the clock is built?
To be honest, I'm not really sure the parameters of the length of my binding. I haven't heard from any guild members in a very long time. I am content. This is quite a challenge that I want to see come to fruition.
Oh, then, forgive me for one moment. Switching to calm, and he's going to look over at Odd. Odd, please do not mess with that table. The king here is assembling a clock, and it is his joy in this world.
So Odd rolled a 16 to investigate what these things are on the table.
Okay.
And with the DM's permission, I would like to reverse knowledge of my thieves' tools instead of taking apart and tinkering with things like lockpicks and saves and whatnot. Try to put it back together.
Okay. Okay. I will say this as you're looking through this. This mechanical clock has thousands of parts. You're looking at it, and as you're inspecting it, this could take anywhere from another 2 to 3 years of working on it every day to put all these parts back together.
Dedicated. No, just
And it doesn't seem to bother this fellow. It seems like he's enjoying every bit of working on this thing. But you do put a couple of pieces together as you're picking up. At first, it looks like he wants to stop you, and then he steps back and just watches what you're doing. And seems
Can I tell
pretty
that
impressed.
he's doing it correctly thus far? Like he's doing a good job?
He's doing a good job. Yeah, it's just he's going very slow and being very meticulous and intentional about it. That's right. He kind of looks at all of you and says that I do have. Looks to you, Orkon, since you seem to be the only one that understands what he's saying. Looks at you and says, I do have one piece here that went to something else, but it doesn't seem to fit my clock. And he picks up this interesting looking gold-colored flywheel. Perhaps maybe you could use it. And he hands it over in your direction.
We're going to reach out and take a look at it, and then...
And as he's handing that to Orkon, because you can understand him, he's looking at Odd, and in a show of kind of like respect and thanks for putting those couple pieces together, he kind of gives you a side nod, Odd, as he's passing off the flywheel.
Blah, 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 blah to you too, buddy.
It appears it has some sort of magical properties.
Oh, I can take some time and look at that once we're out of your hair, so to speak, so you can get back to your enjoyment. But the elementals thought we should speak with you, and we wanted to make sure that us dealing with those elementals for them wouldn't upset you.
Well, I'm glad perhaps maybe you could stop these cultists from bothering my friends next door.
That is our goal. That'll give a little nod and look over at Odd. Oh, come along, it's time for us to go take care of things. And
What did he say? Like, you just gonna have a water conversation with somebody and just be like, oh, it's okay, let's go, come on, everybody.
as I did before, I will explain out here. Now, come along and leave the poor gentleman to his walk. Fuck out of the room.
Or
Fine.
Yes.
Can you ask him if he's seen anyone else or heard anyone else down here besides the cult and the gnome?
I suppose.
Just in case.
Or he'll stick his head back in and as he starts to walk out as Hazel says that. I'm sorry, Sean. If I can ask one other question. Have you heard anyone other than the cultists and the gnome down here? There were a few others that we were sent to look for, but not sure if they would be in the same area.
No, just the cultist and the gnome are all I know about.
Oh, perhaps we can get the information from the cult then.
Like I said, I am bound here. I don't get out much.
That is appreciated. I shall check in on you from time to time to see how you're doing and see if we find a way to potentially break your binding. I will come offer it to you, should you choose to desire it at that point.
I wouldn't mind it, but first, I want to enjoy rebuilding. And he kind of turns around and he starts grabbing a couple gears and things and starts slowly piecing some more parts together.
And Orkon, seeing him going back to what he enjoys, is going to walk out and looking at Hazel, just like, no, nobody else. Just cultists and gnomes. Well, gnome.
Yeah. Okay. Just
Good idea, though.
think we should ask anyone who's
going to
willing
get
to
us killed
talk.
messing with his clock. But
Yeah.
apparently, Odd did a good job, and the old fish was happy.
I did
Good.
good. Bye, Szechuan.
You just hear odd. You just hear.
I didn't see anyone else down here. I don't think the rest of the prisoners were brought down here.
What's this door back here?
Probably not, but we still have to deal with those cultists, or else they could just go back and take the gnome again.
What's this
There
door?
wasn't a locked door back in the other room.
What's this door?
I don't know. We haven't opened that door. Or the one that's beside where Forest is. If you want to open the door, see what's in there.
All right.
Just gotta
Like to check
make
the
my way
handle
over.
to see if it's locked.
Okay, checking the handle to see if it's locked. Doesn't appear to be
Yeah.
locked.
Okay. I would like to stealthily open and peek in.
Okay, you can
My
roll a stealth check.
My stealth is
Natural
impressive.
20. 27. So you slowly open this door, and when you look inside, we will find out what Odd sees on our next episode of
Oh,
Vecna.
since I was 2 hours late, can we run
Eve
2 hours
of
over?
Ruin. Unfortunately, no. Nice. So we'll end right there as Odd opens the door, and we will see what Odd finds in 2 weeks. Remember, will be off next Monday, so we have a 2-week gap before we come back. So remember, we're off next Monday. And then we'll be back at it after that. Now, question.
We are still in
Oh my
stream.
god.
Still
that
in
makes no
stream.
sense.
We have to double a treasure. You guys won your community challenge.
Well,
You
we
have to
found
double.
one treasure.
The one thing we found was the potion bottle.
No,
Uh,
the gear.
The gear is also magical.
The Gears of War.
You have a gear. You've got a potion bottle. Which one would you like to double?
Let's do the potion bottle because it could be potentially something grand.
I don't think were you here when he described it? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was empty but not empty.
Yeah.
One of those Michael riddles, and then you find out that it's something actually essential.
Right, but that's the catch with the gear is it could be something like a magical trinket, which could be very useful, or it could be a magical item that's required to get somewhere else down here.
True.
Okay,
So
here's
you
what I'm
guys
gonna do.
are more
Here's what I'm
likely
gonna
that
do
it
for stream tonight. I'm gonna let you guys make the decision, and I'm gonna do something I don't normally do because normally I like you guys to have to identify the item some way, like in game. But what I'll do is whenever you pick the item, I'll tell you what it does and what it is because the stream works so hard and our viewers work so hard to get you those points. I want to give them the satisfaction of knowing what you guys ended up with as well. So.
So after we make a decision, then he'll tell us if we missed.
Then I'll tell you. I'll tell you what. You still have one of the other thing. You just won't have two of it.
Well, I guess with the
Do we
gear.
let Nate decide?
You found
Rock,
both of
paper,
them. It's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm game with that.
I'm just going to roll a flat d20 in roll 20. If it is odd, we'll do
I'm right here.
the potion bottle. If it's even, we'll do the gear.
Okay. Odd potion bottle, even gear.
Even, it's the gear.
It's the gear. Okay. All right. Twitch chat, let's see what you helped the party. So, the gold-colored flywheel is magical and has the same exact properties as a stone of good luck, a luck stone.
Oh. That's actually pretty good.
This is a wondrous item, uncommon, requires attunement though, so you need to use an attunement slot for it. While you have this on your person, you gain a +1 bonus to ability checks and saving throws. So you doubled that. You have 2 of these. Well done.
I think that was a good call.
And thank you, Twitch, and our viewers for helping us to achieve that tonight for the party. That's going to be really great, because they doubled that treasure tonight with our Probo challenge. So,
So what was our potion?
I'll tell you that when you take the rest that you need to identify it, or if somebody has the identify spell. I like to keep those things a secret until the proper channels are taken to make sure that you guys can identify them in game. I like to leave a little bit of mystery to it. That way, if you want to try to just chug it and see what happens without identifying it, that's where the fun begins. I always love those. Well, thank you guys so much. We're gonna go ahead and call it a night for the evening. But thank you guys so much for joining us. We will see you in 2 Mondays. Have a great week, and we will see you all very soon. Don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. Good night, everybody.
Bye.